I am so proud of my husband. He's really messed up. I'm giving him some time because this beautiful skirt that my stylist Meredith Coop picked out, that is a portrait, my favorite portrait of my mom. He didn't know it existed until just a few minutes ago. Marian would have been so proud. She was so proud of her son-in-law, and the man that he is and has been to our family, always dreaming probably way too big, but always pulling it off. Thank you for doing this for the South Side of Chicago. I love you.
I am a little shaken up by this because I love my mother-in-law, and she made a home for Michelle and Craig, not with a lot, but with a lot of love and hope and perspective. They represent, to me, what's best about this country.
Chicago. Sounds good. Oh, good. So, I'm stealing a few lines from what I'm going to say at the actual opening.
So you don't have to come.
So you don't. Well, at least you can mute it until Michelle talks. So I actually came to Chicago right there. I've been hired to organize on the South Side by some churches. I was coming from New York, bought a janky old car, stuffed it with all my stuff, drove through Pennsylvania, Ohio, took the 90 all the way, got to the Skyway, and came down the Skyway onto Stony, and then was directed through this park, where there was a 4-lane highway, Cornell Drive, right there. I was 25 years old. And I knew I wanted to do something meaningful with my life, and I knew I wanted to be involved in the community, and I wanted to help uplift, folks who had been forgotten. And I didn't quite know how I was going to do that, but this community embraced me and gave me a chance. And I grew up here, and I met the love of my life here, and my daughters were born here, and I represented this district. I announced my first candidacy at the Ramada Inn on Lakeshore Drive, and my office was on 71st, and I taught law at the University of Chicago right down the Midway, and our first home was over in Eastview Park. You can walk from here. And most of what has been most important in my life is because of this place. And the people here. Because the people here taught me resilience and courage and hope. And so when I went to Washington, and when we started campaigning around the country, I was carrying a piece of this community with me the entire time, all through the White House, my entire 8 years. So for us to be able to situate all those lessons learned, all the values that we tried to project and embody during the 8 years we were in office together, for us to be able to give that to this community is really important to us. And that couldn't have happened without the dedication and professionalism and effort and headaches and problem solving and talent and artistry and skill of the people here today. So it is with deep gratitude that I stand here today. I just appreciate everything that all of you have done to help make this possible. I am a little shaken up by this because I love my mother-in-law, and she made a home for Michelle and Craig, not with a lot, but with a lot of love and hope and perspective and wisdom. And her husband, Razor Robinson, who got up every day and went down to right next to the Navy Pier, working as in the water reclamation district. He showed what it means to work hard and to put family first. And so they represent to me what's best about this country and what's best about our values. And people who aren't trying to get every last nickel and aren't cutting corners when it comes to values and treat people high and low with respect and kindness and handle their business. Just salt of the earth, bedrock people. And there are people like that all across the south side of Chicago. And there are people like that all across this great country of ours. And their voices are not heard. Because we've got a set of institutions that have fallen victim to the siren song of everything's about money and everything's about attention and everything's about fame, everything's about getting over. But meanwhile, there are just a lot of people out here who are just doing the right thing and raising their families and taking care of it. And so it's fitting that she's with us here today, because part of what we want this center to be is a reminder of those people. And to make sure this country is true to their spirit. Because if we do that, then I think we're going to be okay.
Michelle Obama and Barack Obama had a conference, and we get to see that Michelle Obama was dressed in a long skirt that featured her late mother, that made Barack Obama teary, with an amazing speech from Michelle Obama, being a supportive wife and showing how much she loves him.